So could you relate to them a certain aspect of their shame? Have you ever done anything in your life, even as a kid, that you felt shame and that held you back?
Well, I thought, yes, I do relate to shame, and I thought I can see any human being be capable of anything. But in fact, these two, and only two chaps did I meet, made me go, oh no, this is different. Because there was no empathy in them for there was no concern that they had hurt or could hurt or will still hurt children. They have no empathy about that. They're only concerned that they don't go back to prison. And I guess that was what made me go, oh yeah, they're different. Those two, but that's only two guys, you know. I'm not saying that is
all of them.
And the problem was that in talking about two guys, albeit quite different to one another, you're still not talking for the world of pedophiles, you know, which includes a lot of very sorry, very shamed, very fearful people, who don't know what to do with themselves. They just got to lock it down.
Absolutely.
And sometimes that's worse.
Yeah, it's like their whole life is tainted with that because there's nothing they can do with it. Even the ones that, you know, I don't want to say this, but made a mistake and they won't ever do it again because one never knows about that if it's a seed inside. But sometimes people just do something stupid.
Or if they're on drugs or whatever.
Yeah, whatever, and it like stays with them. But yeah, it's a very tricky fine line.
Yeah.
But how
is it's an evolutionary strategy for keeping people operating in a very socially acceptable way. You know, that's what shame is, and it's locked in our DNA, just as sexuality is, just as everything. It's a way of keeping people, keeping society strong so that our offspring grow up safer.
Yes.
But yeah, it's a very powerful shaping force.
What advice would you have after experiencing that and writing about that for anyone out there that has shame on any level? I've worked with a couple of people years ago when I used to work with teens, and so many of them said their life is ruined because of shame of something they did when they were 10, 11, 12.
Oh, shame kills.
Yeah, and a lot of them want to be actors, and they said, I can't because of the, you know, something. So what would you...
Well, I can't, that's such a huge question in regards to pedophilia. I can't really talk about it because I'm not, I don't understand enough.
No, but not about that, about anything.
But shame
in general. Yeah, not that, just basic shame of they did something silly as a kid. They beat somebody up that was a best friend's kid, or they by accidentally shot someone because they pulled a gun out and it was an accident, but it hurt them, or they...
Right. Well,
how...
I suppose, just because you're asking me, this is my first thought, it's not a considered opinion, but I suppose to express, and I talk to myself, that shame is a shaping mechanism. It's in us and it's in society.
Yes.
And, well, shame actually is supposed to be what other people put on you, and guilt is what we put on ourselves. But regarding shame, let it shape things, but not control you, probably. You know, that acknowledge what the shame is trying to tell you. Don't do that again because that hurt you and hurt others. And move the hell on. Yeah,
I think so too.
Move forward through life.
You just have to move forward. Forgive yourself.
And regarding what other people are saying about you, like my mother said, they're worrying about their own shame, for God's sake. They're really not thinking about you.
Yes. Yeah, get on with it if it was something that happened and it was just, it happened. It wasn't, something super heavy.
Probably the rest of the world does not see the mark of Cain on you.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. As much as you do.
Yeah.
What do you think the turning point...
Don't do it again.
Right. Exactly. It will, yes.
Don't do it again because it hurt you then.
Yes.
Maybe it hurt other people. Just don't do it again. That's what the shame is telling you.